That's why I'm trying to check the chat. Can you hear it or not? I can't hear it. I can't hear it. Can you get... Okay, there. You guys can hear me? Okay. That's why. This device is so shady. Okay. So now I can see the chat. I can't see what you guys write in this chat. I can only see as it pops up when people join or when they say hello or like when you send a message, I can see. But I can't, it comes up and goes away really fast. So I have it open over here. Hello, hello, beautiful. Hi, everybody. Hello. We're elf energy today for represent my friend Elf who gifted me this crown, and another friend who gifted me these elf ears. I thought I'd never wear them. I've had them for so long. Are they cute or not cute? I feel like the blonde hair. I feel like an elf or something. You know, like I feel like from some weird thing. So I feel more like elfian, more like fairies. I feel like the rainbow warrior, the enter, yeah, really, that's what I feel like, right? Like I feel this elfian energy. So this is like the rainbow warriors, right? It's like all these little light beings, you know, like it's like the little fairy friends and like the like the nymphs, you know, all the little nymphs and fairies and things. I feel like this type of energy, more of like the elementals. Does that make sense? More of like the water and the forest and the flower and the nature like elements, right? That's why I was just like, okay, well today I'm making it. This is silk, so I'm just like in fairy nature, just wrapping myself in colorful flowers and silks. And so, anyways, this is the energy of, this is the collective energy right now of this very mystical, like rainbow warrior, this energy of coming in, right? Of reawakening these lights. So, Hugh is like a frequency of light. Man is like a being. So, it's like a being of light. That's what human being is. So if we're embodying this and if we're getting all of these fantastic upgrades, like downloads and upgrades from from our angels, from ourselves, from our ancestors, from our galactic people, right? If we're getting all of these, then you know they're gonna be. It's gonna be like a new spectrum, right? Like imagine like I see Earth like Earth school, right? Earth school is like a light prism sentence. So we get to see some things in Technicolor, but maybe there's a lot of other things that we're not tapped into, right? We have to kind of like fight our way um, out of some of the things, right? We have to come into the light. We have to go into the darkness. We're in this Plutonian energy. We have to go into the darkness and come out through the light. Now there has been a lot of people that have already been doing their work. They've already seen the shadows and they've already done this. And so because they've already done that, they're in a different space, right? They're in this like, okay, what comes next? Like I'm tired, I'm recharging, but like what comes next, right? And so that's like it's like people that have learned to not be bothered by like what other people are saying or doing or judging, right? I found that I want to like, for instance, go, go out and do things and whatever, but I just am like, you know what? I'm really protected. I'm really protected in my um, space. I'm really protected in my experience, and I'm really protected like in my zone. And I know that there's all these downloads and information coming in right now. So I'm gonna stay here, and the people naturally that are meant to like matching a frequency are going to kind of align towards that or, kind of come towards you. Hello. Beautiful like a real elf. Thank you. Hello, Bang. My outfit looks impressive. It matches the tulip nuances. You're from Indonesia. Nice to meet you. Can you tell me about a horror experience? My outfit is a piece of silk It's a scrap piece of silk that I just wrapped around me twice and tied in a knot. And that's what I'm saying is if you want to feel colorful or beautiful or like an elf or whatever you want, you know, it's a matter of mindset, right? Like I did all of this beautiful rainbow makeup just off of all the colors and just the tie-dye colors in this piece of material. It's because it's a beautiful silk sateen piece of material. And I felt Venus Day. If we learn to tap into, if we learn some of the knowledge from the ancients, right? And this is what the rainbow warriors are, is it's like they know they're like coming in like extra help from the light, but they understand how to be of this earth, right? Like earth angels and things, but like elementals, right? So think of like water nymphs and forest nymphs and, you know, like, yeah, think of elves and think of like, you know, like, yeah, all these just like this magical realm, essentially, right? Think of this. Think of like elves and dwarves and like whatever, but this is the energy of what's coming in. Yeah, look, nonsense. So this was upside down. It's time to talk sense, okay? So it's like when you're in Alice in Wonderland, when Alice is like, but nothing here makes sense. Everything seems so backwards. Like this is the state or the way of the world currently where nothing is making sense. Everything does seem a little bit backwards. And, you know, it's like curiouser and curiouser. So the farther we choose discovery, inquiry, weirdness, curiosity, the farther we choose to tap into our weirdness or our curiosity, right? The farther that the more that we do this, and you know, the more we're going to tap into these different frequencies of lights, these light upgrades. And that's really what it's coming in, right? This rainbow warrior is like, it's like the indigo children, right? It was like a spectrum, right? When they say they're on the spectrum, it was a spectrum of light, right? A spectrum of light and sound frequency, but spectrum of light. And we're in this higher vibration, right? From the throat to here, right? Where it was like a blue, but a purple, but like an indigo. So kind of raising up as the awareness is raising, right? And if you know anything about it, you'll know that as we raise our chi, our kundalini, as we raise anything and we keep it, we bring it back down, right? We hold it within ourselves, right? We're coming up and back down through the color spectrum of light. So we're activating all of our, we're being able to activate and operate all of our different chakra points in order to kind of get these next level energetic or frequency, not frequency, like color spectrum. Like color spectrum is kind of how they're showing me. Changed in the night, 11. You have changed quickly. So a lot of you guys might notice certain things might feel different. Maybe in your body, maybe you're seeing things that seem to be overlapping. Like it looks like time is tripping or skipping, or maybe like some things, like my friend was showing me this thing and then another thing, and then we were looking at another thing and it looked like two people combined, and then it was like this other person's name that we knew, and it was like really strange. It was like, okay, like this overlapping of the matrix. So I think it's important, messages is be playful, be colorful, right? As the darker entities come in, they don't understand how to operate in the state of joy, in the state of play. They only know how to operate in the state of pleasure and pain and fear and debauchery. And so if we're feeding that, that's problematic for us. But that's the only way that these darker entities or vampiric entities, you know, can really enter us, is when we're staying in these lower frequencies, hearing like I'm listening to actual music or this or that, you know, like what we're intaking, what we're drinking, who we're around, what they're, everything is energy. So it's only, it doesn't dissipate. It simply either transfers or transmutes, right? I wonder what will happen next. Ready to adventure, precipice of change, pause before action. Okay, so for some of you guys, you were wondering, you were wondering about taking action, maybe trying to go somewhere. Maybe you were invited to go somewhere. This could be a bit of a setup. I was actually supposed to go somewhere and I was really excited. And then that's exactly what happened, is I was like, wow, something feels off. And I tuned in and I did a little meditation and I did a little breathing and I was like, it's not the person that invited me, but other people. So, might I mention that as you're these high vibrational beings of light, that you're really choosy with who you're sharing your energy, who you're sharing your light, your time, your vibration, your frequency, where you're going and putting it out, right? Like, I can't stress this enough right now, is there's so much energy that's under attack, so much light energy that's under attack that they're trying to drag back down, because we've already gone above that, right? We've already breached that layer of light. So now we're on to this next layer. And so there is a lot of dark or vampiric spirits or energies that are actually trying to bring this frequency down, trying to bring the collective, this rainbow warriors enter. So when you tune in, when you do some breath work, when you do some breathing, what color do you guys have? A specific color that you attune to? What do you see when you guys do like breath work or meditation or anything like that? I notice different times when the collective is feeling or experiencing different things. I generally see different colors or feel the color. Actually, it's really interesting. I've been feeling the yellows and the oranges a lot. So solar plexus energy. Today I was feeling like this golden and this pink. But what colors? Does anybody feel colors? See colors? What is your color? Do you see anybody else's auras or colors? Wanting more for others puts an energy of abundance. So are you guys able to not judge exteriorly, right? Are you able to see somebody that is shiny and looks pretty and give a compliment? Or are you trying to do something that's aggressive or mean or attacking or belittling? Where is our energy? What is our frequency of light? What spectrum of light are we omitting from our intentions, from our thoughts, from our words, from ourselves? I let the universe catch up with my dreams. Okay. So what does this mean to me? This means as I dream, I keep dreaming, right? Nobody can take your dreams from you. So as long as you keep dreaming, right? And as long as you keep connecting in, doing the meditation or the breath work or whatever, when I am connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. So when you have to keep asking, is this mine? Is it for me? Is it coming for me? Is it la 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 la? You know, it's like you're insulting. It's like micromanaging the universe, right? The universe is like, excuse me? Did you ask me to do it? Like, do you want me to give it to you in a different way than you don't like? Because I can do that for you. If you're going to order me some more, like, you placed the order, so I already had it being made for you, right? I already had it being made for you. I had this issue last night, and I wanted to order this thing that I really like. And this lady was just like arguing with me about trying to charge me twice for something that should be free. And she's just like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. And so I do the math, the calculation, right? And she's just like, no, no, no. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I don't want to argue. Like, this isn't going to make my food or my experience good. So if we can't agree on the price, like, better just cancel it now. It's better. I don't want people that are upset, like, making my food, and I don't want to feel like whatever, right? Because that's the energy. That's what my water, I want to put love into my water and bless my water. Sometimes I put numbers, sometimes I put hearts, sometimes I just think like, I love you, you're healing, you're cleansing, right? Your food, your water, everything what you intake, your friends, what they say, what you're watching, what you're listening to, whatever frequency it's all on, including the people that you spend the most time with and talk to the most. Are they in the same type of thing? Are you a drinker? Are they a drinker? Are you sober? Do you know what I'm saying? Because you can't, I'm not saying you can't do both, right? I'm not saying you can't be both. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, are the people consistently consuming? Are you consuming more than you're creating? Are you taking more than you're giving? Because the universe knows the difference, and it is keeping score. That is the ultimate karmatic balance. So what do we want to bring more of? If we want to bring more stress and this and that and fear and this and that, then we can keep focusing on this and that, and the universe is going to give us more things. The universe is going to give us more things that show us that that's the outcome that we like, that we want, that we're expecting to have, right? Because that's what we're giving more energy to. Now, let's get some tarot. Okay, for some of you guys, you could be waiting for something to balance out. Don't want this one? Don't want, which one do you want? This one? My bad, I thought I wanted this one. Some of you guys could be trying to sort some things out, trying to figure some things out. Some of you guys could be between something that, trying to choose between something that makes you happy and something that's going to be like everlasting. I'm hearing this song, it's like everlasting love. Yeah, something like this. So some of you guys have been working on something, okay? Some of you guys have really been working on something. Maybe you're working a little too hard to try to force to make it happen, right? This is like Queen of Pentacles. This can be someone, this can be stability. It can also be someone that's controlling all your money. And the reason why I say this is because the Magician is in reverse, which means maybe someone is not quite in control. They're trying to make something in control, but they're maybe not in control. Oh, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, for some of you guys, there could be somebody that is trying to work together. Trying to work together? I'm not feeling where they're trying to work together. Can you tell me about what this... What's going on? What's going on for the collective? What's going on for the collective? Rainbow Warriors coming in for what? What's happening? Something that someone's been working on for quite some time. Some offering of love. Okay. Someone could be waiting. Someone could be waiting for a message or an offering of love, feeling a little bit depressed. It doesn't have to be an offering of love. This can be also a job offer or something like this. Because again, we have the 3 of coins. But it's definitely something that they're very passionate about. Okay? Something that they're very passionate about creating. Something that they're very passionate about starting. Okay, for some of you guys, you really want to start a new project. And this requires coming into a new partnership. For some of you guys, this can be union. For others, this can be partnership. It can be different. But you're defending this, okay? You guys are defending this creative passion, this thing that you know, that you can feel within you, over whatever is 3D, over money, over the security or stability or whatever. You've basically, look at this, just flipped over. Mary flipped over. The teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, hello, John. For a lot of you guys, you can have maybe something that's coming out, right? Something that's ending. Maybe something that's ending and beginning. So maybe the way that you have previously viewed money, maybe financial system, structure, anything like that can be coming to an end. Or you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm ready to try something different, right? I've already done it that way for all this time. The world is about beginnings and endings. For some, collective can be coming into... it's time, something that they've been waiting for, okay? They don't need to wait anymore. Maybe that's why is this, the energy here mostly looks good. I just don't understand why this 8 of Wands is in reverse. Okay, we may have to end the rainbow read and go on to a love read. You guys, collective, you guys love collective, always coming in to throw everybody off here. The message in reverse is King of Cups, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Cups. So somebody is not being completely honest or hiding their emotions because they don't want to be abandoned. Maybe they're afraid if they say something. They don't want to have, they're maybe oversensitive, okay? They can be a Pisces or a Cancer. They can be a water sign, the King of Cups. But there's other energies in here. I'm just saying because there's the King and Queen of Cups. So this is something more on an emotional front. They don't want to come out the wounded warrior. Maybe they've already been the wounded warrior. Maybe that's what's up. Maybe that's maybe there's no message because okay. Okay, you guys. So yeah, I'm going to tell you what it says, and then I'm going to, it doesn't matter what I do, you guys. You guys collective love reads. You guys love these love reads. You love the love, yeah. Love the love, yeah. So what's going on here is the 10 of coins, okay? they work really hard. They want to create, like, you're the happy ending. They want to create a legacy, right? This is about creating a legacy. Okay, this is also about some type of partnership or legal agreement, okay? Maybe something could have happened. Maybe in somebody's thing, maybe some type of business, relationship, some type of partner agreement, maybe for some of you. Now, this isn't, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not everything I say is for every person. You guys know how this works, right? So, for some, there can be a message that they fucked up, that they may have spent or gambled more money than they should. And that could be a little bit problematic. Maybe they're waiting for something else to pay off or to pay up. And they're waiting for that until that comes in, but it's not coming in. Or they're not getting the return or the message or whatever. And so that's creating a bit of a hit to the ego or devastation, because they want to grant the wishes. They want to grant the wishes of working together. Look at how cute this is. Look at, she has little fairy ears. See, he has a little lamp. So normally a Three of Pentacles is like 2 to 3 people working together, right? So they want to grant the wishes. They want to figure out how to make their wishes or their dreams come true. Maybe somebody else's wishes or dreams come true, right? And they really want to follow their passion. They're working on following their passion. They're working on manifesting it to bring it into light, okay? There's something that they had to defend, okay? So there is some, for some, it's somebody's honor. For some, there was a legality. For some, there was like something that happened. Maybe this was a court thing. Maybe this was, I'm feeling very strong, like law, court, something like this. Some type of contract, okay? And somebody's over here defending this, right? Knowing that they're probably going to lose their financial backing or their what they thought was their stability. They have to let go of this old thing of being in fear, basically, is what I feel, right? And as long as they're willing to accept this offering or love or apology, then this Ten of Pentacles can happen, and we don't have to dwell on the past anymore. Now, this is a soulmate. This can be a twin flame. This can be a divine masculine or feminine, for sure. This is soulmate energy. Now, with this being upside down, there is more than one. There is more than one person, okay? I'm sensing a few different energies. This being upside down means two things. One, that it is not somebody from the past. There is a new person, okay, number one. Number two, that this person from the past, right, wants to create this legacy from you. They don't want to be this past person anymore. They don't want to be a memory or a dream. They want to be relevant. They want to grow old and create that with you, okay? They're not past. They're present. Does that make sense? They want to create this new path because they see you as the wish, the dream. That's what they hope for, and they're not going to let go of that, okay? They're going to hold on to that because they know, because they feel that. They're going to defend that. They're going to defend that to the ends. They're going to defend that if they have to, if that means, you know, if it means walking away, if it means defending this, if it means, you know, people judging them, or people maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say beating them up, but, you know, like beating them up for the choices that they make. They don't care. They're not interested in letting go of it. They're not interested. Can you give us... So for many of you guys, you can be coming back into... So what we're doing now is we're kind of like drawing in soul community, soul family. So we're going to start to see and start to know like who the false people are, right? Who the people that have just been fillers, and who the actual like who your soul family is, right? Like who, like you're gonna notice, right? Between worlds, you're gonna notice like the things that are in Technicolor. If you're a rainbow, right? If you're indigo, if you're rainbow, if you're any of these higher beings of light, right? If you're here as a light being, a light seed, a light warrior, a star seed, an indigo child, any of these things, you're on the light spectrum, okay? Not autistic spectrum. We're meant to see things differently. We're meant to tap into these higher frequencies, okay? I had to check that shit. I had to check that shit from like legitimate sources. Not on the spectrum, but I am artistic as fuck. Unfinished symphony, okay? For some, you guys know what this is, and this means that, you know, there's something that you signed up to do, right? That it's like you're the missing part of the quartet, you know? Like I just keep seeing like this. Yeah, when you come back home, when you come back home to self, when you come back home to source, when you come back home to your intuition, when you're very tapped in and you know unequivocally like what the truth is, what the reality is, like who's trying to distract you, who's on board, who's what, where, when, right? Yeah, it's time to move away, go to the edge. It's time to move away from anything that no longer makes us happy. And that doesn't mean like just following our pleasures, right? That's not true happiness. That's a crutch. That's escapism, right? It's more about finding the things, right? Like what makes us feel lucky to be here. If you are trying to express to other higher, if you are trying to express to God or to aliens or whoever, right, to angels, why we need to be here to co-create or to be doing something, right? If we need to explain why this is such an important thing, why we're here, we need to show them like this is what makes this place lucky or me lucky or this day beautiful, you know, like like in Fern Gully where it's just like this whole energy of like, no, we're just trying to live here. We're just trying to coexist with nature, and that machine that's eating down nature is terrible, and like all of this, right? All of it is terrible. And so like we need to just be aware. We need to be aware. That is the energy. We need to be aware of the elemental energies and everything that's around us. So like if you're in a house, you definitely have house fairies. You definitely have house whatever, you know, like I don't talk enough to actually mine. I haven't done it. I just done all these cleanings and all this stuff and I haven't really done it. And, you know, but it's okay. You can talk to your like, hey guys, thank you. I'll also talk to your house, right? Things have energies. Things carry energies, especially if they've been around for a long time. You know, they say if this house had eyes or these walls had ears or whatever, like imagine like they do. I don't know, what reality do you want to live in? I'll choose fantasy because the real world isn't looking so good. And I don't mean like the real world MTV. I mean like the real world out there is not looking so hot. Like how do we project like a beautiful, more colorful, more artistic, more creative outcome? How do we shine our light? What is your light color? What is your light frequency? What is your light being? Can you authentically tell your truth? Can you authentically express your truth? Do you have the capacity to do that? Do you know who you are from within? Are you going to let other people, are you going to let